Hello, my name is Jordan Wolfson. I am a painter and a teacher, and I've been painting for over 45 years, exhibiting nationally and internationally, and teaching for over 25 years, reaching hundreds of students. Thank you for your interest in interiors, making space. I appreciate you taking a few moments to watch this video. In the beginning of July, we're going to be exploring this really magical aspect of painting. How do you take a flat surface and create space? And we're going to do that through an investigation of an interior, a room, actually this room, my studio. And in part one, we're going to be going step by step. What are the questions we need to ask? What are the skill sets that we need? And in this demo, in this video, I will be going through, you'll see these various demos where I'm covering aspects of those formal questions. And we'll be starting out with questions of geometry in week one, getting the right angles and the right alignment, proportion to set up the space. So it's architecture. In week two, we're going to be covering value. How dark or light, particularly if we have a window and the light is coming in, how do we set up the situation to make it convincing and believable? And we'll be working in black and white oil. In weeks 3 and 4, we're going to move to color and explore tonality. And how do you set up your color relationships in order to give that sense of space and form and light? And these are the questions that we'll be covering and that you will see now in covered to some extent in this video. In part 2, we're going to take these foundations and really push them, exploring more with paint handling, form and space and accident and gesture and mark making in space. Like, how does that work? What does that look like? It's very exciting. I actually love it very much, and I'm looking forward to sharing it with everybody. So in addition to the demos, there is an ongoing live Q&A. Basically, everyone, can ask me questions, and it's like being in the studio with me and we're having a conversation. What is it exactly that I'm doing? There's also going to be a members only Facebook page for everyone to post their own work. And I will be going through and reviewing the work and commenting, and other folks comment, and it's very friendly, and it's a great sense of community that I've really enjoyed. And each session is recorded, so I will be sending out a link for the recordings a day or two after the session. So if you can't make it for whatever reason, you'll be able to follow. And it is going to be streamed with HD. I have an HD account, a high definition account with Zoom. So there's a good sharp picture on the painting surface, so you can see what exactly is going on. I'm going to be demoing in oils, but everyone is really welcome to work in whatever materials suit your situation at home. That's just fine. And if you would prefer not working and posting on Facebook, that's just fine. You can send me JPEGs directly through email. So I think that covers it as a kind of an introduction. I'm very much looking forward to it. And in the email that this is being sent in, you will find a link. If you're interested in registering or would like more information or details, please click on that link and it'll take you to a landing page with more information. And thank you. I look forward to it very much, and I hope you're all well. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. So there's a lot of furniture here, right? But what becomes crucial to set up in the beginning is actually the walls and the floor. You need to understand where things, you're kind of building your interior and the values the geometry of the interior of the walls and the floor, along with and then setting up those values. So you're really kind of constructing this space. So I've got this big red carpet right there, and I've got these walls, I've got a window, I've got, let's see, I've got a corner coming in here, and I'll need to measure to find out where is the corner of the, it's right underneath it. How do you like that? I don't think I ever noticed that. And this part of the chair is right underneath the other chair right here. So this angle. Now, all of these angles, again, it becomes critical finding just the right angles, the alignment. It's a real study in architecture. Tonal values. I would say this. Okay, if we think of tonal relationships as built of three ingredients: value, dark and light; temperature, warm and cool; and saturation, how vivid and intense versus how muted and quiet, right? So we got those three ingredients are put together in tonal color relationships that give us a sense of light and space. If we change the aspect of value, if we exaggerate and make the different value changes more than they are, the shapes are going to get more graphic in relation to each other. It's going to get more flattish. So if we want a sense of believable space, our value relationships need to remain pretty objective in their relationship to each other. If we bring them closer, so less extreme, but closer than they actually are, things are going to get more misty, cloudy, right? It's like, ooh, everything's really close and kind of foggy. So it might feel spacious, but we won't have form. If we look at someone like Van Gogh, he seems to be maintaining his value relationships, but often he is exaggerating the aspect of saturation. So a lot of his tones get more saturated as a way of kind of upping his experience, his emotional experience of the situation. Yuan Uglo, in a different way, is also doing that. He is maintaining rigorous value relationships, the dark and light, but shifting the hue. All of a sudden, the woman's thigh is kind of purple or yellow, or right, and it's coming out of something that he's observing, but he's pushing the saturation slightly, well, more than slightly. So in terms of needing it to be objective, if you want a believable interior space, convincing, right, it certainly helps to have an objective set of value relationships that run parallel to what we're looking at. I can't actually do that, because the range in nature is bigger than what I can do on my canvas. I can't get the expanse of the light to the dark that's in nature, but I can bring in together a kind of set of parallel relationships, equivalent relationships on the canvas that run parallel to the world, and that gives us that experience. Okay, hope that works. All right, Onward. What am I doing? There. Okay. And just like I suggest, take your time with the geometry. Take your time with the angle. Are we there? Yeah. Take your time with the angles. Take your time with the alignment, the whole linear piece. Same with setting up these, particularly these first tones. Let's say these first 3 or 4, this constellation of 3 or 4 tones in relation to each other, right up against each other, right? That's what I'm doing. I'm setting up right, and I'm comparing my visual experience back and forth. Take your time, because it's like you're finding the right key. You're keying your whole setup in these first few tonal spots right against each other. And if there's a window, it's real helpful to start with the window as one of these tones, because everything else is going to come in relation to this first set of relationships with that window. And take your time, no hurry, enjoy it. It could feel a little nerve-wracking because you don't know if you're going to get it, and this is the 3rd or 4th try, and I mean, it could be 10, 15 times. That's fine. Just take your time to figure the pieces out together and enjoy it. So this is open, this is open, this is open, this is open. This is open. So I don't want to close off anything yet, because I'm structuring together. And if I sealed this, I mean, I can, but I want this to breathe in relation to these areas.
Right, I say that, now that you pointed out how it's related.
So that I'm bringing the whole room up together.
Yeah.
Whole thing. And again, I mean, all the pieces, you want to be comfortable with the drawing of it so that you can be comfortable with the paint handling. So it's just starting to, this dynamic is starting to appear.